Pause. Picture it for a moment. A world of football where the last 15 years unfolded differently. Imagine the grand stadiums, the roaring crowds, the Champions League nights. But without the two figures who have utterly dominated the conversation. A world without Lionel Messi's impossible dribbles. His low center of gravity weaving through defenders like they were training cones. A world without Cristiano Ronaldo's thunderous headers. His relentless pursuit of perfection. That iconic Siu celebration echoing from Manchester to Madrid to Turin. It's almost a parallel universe, isn't it? The entire landscape of modern football would be unrecognizable, shaped by different heroes and different moments of magic. The records, the rivalries, the very definition of what a top player could achieve would all be rewritten. In this alternate reality, the Ballon d'Or ceremonies would not have been a two-horse race. The golden trophy would have been passed around, shared among a wider cast of incredible talents. Think of the players who spent their prime years finishing third. The constant weekly pressure to match inhuman numbers would simply not exist. The fan debates in pubs and online forums would have a completely different flavor. The tribalism of Team Messi versus Team Ronaldo would never have reached such a fever pitch. Instead, a more fragmented, perhaps more interesting series of discussions. The flair of a Brazilian trickster, the efficiency of a German goal machine, the loyalty of a one-club legend, the globe-trotting exploits of a charismatic journeyman. The very language we use to describe greatness would be different. The benchmark for a phenomenal season would reset to something more human, more attainable. This isn't to say football would be worse off, necessarily just profoundly different. A narrative less about a superhuman rivalry and more about mortals striving for immortality. A larger cast of leading men each getting their time in the spotlight. Each leaving their own distinct mark, without being eclipsed by two of the brightest stars the sport has ever or will ever see. The impact Messi and Ronaldo had on football is frankly staggering. It goes far beyond their personal trophy cabinets, which are overflowing. They fundamentally broke the scale of what we thought was possible. They didn't just break records, they shattered them into a million pieces. Every other player was judged against their impossible standards, completely unfair to everyone else. To be the best meant winning league titles, domestic cups, the Champions League, and doing so while scoring an astronomical number of goals. Players like Xavi, Andres Iniesta, Wesley Sneijder had seasons that in any other era would have guaranteed them a Ballon d'Or. Yet they were relegated to the footnotes of history because they shared the stage with these two titans. Their rivalry fueled the game's global commercial machine. El Clasico became the most watched club match, a direct head-to-head. Ultimately, they cast a long and inescapable shadow. Their consistency was the most remarkable thing. Rarely injured, rarely out of form. They occupied the summit of the mountain. Everyone else was left to admire the view from below, wondering what it might have been like to climb in a different, less crowded era. So, who would have stepped into this void? The list of contenders is thrilling. Montage, Neymar, Ibrahimovic, Lewandowski, Ronaldinho, Neymar Jr. for instance, Brazilian flair, dazzling skills, the ability to win a game on his own, often dubbed the third best. Without the big two, could he have been undisputed number one? Then the sheer force of nature, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Incredible acrobatic goals and an almost unmatched level of self-belief. League titles in the Netherlands, Italy, Spain, France. A career full of moments that defy logic. Next, Robert Lewandowski. Ruthless efficiency, movement in the box, finishing with both feet, aerial ability. He broke hallowed records. In 2020 he was undeniable. In this world he'd likely have one or two Ballons on his mantelpiece. And the magicians, Ronaldinho's whirlwind of joy, Kaká's gliding force, peaks shorter, impact immense. When we start comparing these contenders, the arguments become fascinatingly complex. Neymar's brilliance versus PSG's near miss, Zlatan's longevity versus missing a Champions League, Lewandowski's numbers, pure, devastating proof. Is greatness raw talent, peak performance, sustained excellence, or trophies in a cabinet? Perhaps without the two anomalies, we'd value each quality more deeply.